This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the perfect place to get a domain, website or online store. Yes, I'm in my 30s. Actually, I'm turning 33 this Wednesday and I have never felt better. Here's why I loved leaving my 20s behind and starting on a whole new decade. I don't know why, but my whole life I thought of 30 as the age when you grow up. You are officially an adult when you hit 30, and as a kid I always thought that this was more or less when your life started. In my head I pictured myself being this no bullshit, super tough businesswoman walking down a crowded inner city street in a huge camel coat with high-heeled pumps and a suit. I'd have a golden retriever on a leash in one hand and a brown grocery bag without handles, you know, like the ones you see in American movies, in the other hand. Yes, this was the 90s, don't judge me too hard. Although it was a childish daydream, it turned out to be quite true. Not the part with the golden retriever or the super impractical American paper bag, but the part about feeling like an adult the moment you turn 30. Since my job is one that I've sort of made up with tasks that I decide myself on a daily basis, and without a steady salary and co-workers and an office and a boss, it can sometimes feel like a make-believe kind of job. But then at one point I simply stopped seeing it as just playing around and instead really began to be proud of what I had accomplished and started to treat this as a real business and myself as that powerful career woman in high-heeled pumps. I had officially become an adult. This is a weird and maybe a bit unexpected reason to love turning 30. My body. I don't know why, but it seems like the body goes through a lot of changes when you leave your 20s. You become a bit tougher, a bit leaner, and yeah, a bit saggier too. So what's to love about it? Well, to be honest, I've never felt more beautiful. I feel like I've really grown into my appearance, and for the first time I feel like I look just as I should. That this was the result my body was aiming for all along. I no longer have the face or the boobs of a 16-year-old, and that to me is so cool. I love looking like a woman, like someone has been around a while, gotten a few scars and bumps and hits, and become a bit edgier in the meanwhile. And I know saggy boobs are not really considered something to aspire for, but why not? I think my boobs actually look better and better every year. It looks cool. I guess I'm just tired of the whole youth craze where the beauty standard for women is looking like they're 12 years old. Why should I strive to look like a child when I want to be taken seriously? So for the last few years, do you know who my #1 style icon has been, especially when it comes to the boobs? Isma from The Emperor's New Groove. She makes sag look good. Google her, she's the edgiest, literally. If you are like me, looking for a more alternative lifestyle than the house with a yard, the 2 cars and the 2.8 kids, then I'm sure you've been told by your elders that you just have to wait and see, that you'll change your mind when you get older, and that your opinions and worldviews is just a phase. Ugh. Frustrating, right? Well, here's some good news. Once you turn 30, people tend to back off a bit. I'm 32 and I'm still vegan, still child-free, still a fashion-obsessed digital nomad who makes YouTube videos for a living. Now maybe I will change my mind later on regarding some of those things. Who knows? But that would be because I feel like it, not because I have up until then just been going through an immature phase of some kind. So if you're a teenager or maybe even in your 20s and people are still treating you and your views as childish or unrealistic, keep your cool, stay on track, and don't listen all that much to anyone but your own gut. And that brings me to my final reason for loving the 30. I've realized that I don't really care that much about what others think about my life choices anymore. I can feel in my bones that this lifestyle is right for me, at least for the time being. I'm so grateful to myself for really going after my own personal dream and for not listening to all the naysayers trying to make me reconsider my path, and for not listening to what society is telling me what a happy life should look like. I am not so bothered with norms and being a good, normal adult. I don't think that there's a blueprint for a happy life. I believe that we all need to find out what our own personal version of happiness looks like. And me figuring this out has partly to do with getting older, but also I think with being on YouTube and Instagram. All you viewers have so many opinions about the way I look and live and work, both good and bad. And I love getting the good stuff. It really boosts my confidence and makes me even more sure in myself. But strangely, I'm also kind of grateful that I've been getting some bad comments coming my way too, simply because it makes me realize how little I care about the negativity of others. It hasn't changed my lifestyle one bit, and that's really cool to realize that I can handle quite a bit of critique without starting to question my every move. So I guess the one thing that ties all this together, the one big reason why I love turning 30 so much, is because I feel so hella comfortable in my own skin. Well, most of the time anyway. I'm so super excited about how my adult life has started, and I can't wait to see what else my 30s will have in store for me. Not to mention what comes after that. The big one, turning 40. What do you think? Will I still be here making videos for you guys every week by then? I'm excited to find out. But now it is your turn. I want you to tell me what your age is and if you're loving it or not. Good things, bad things, meh things. How is it being your age right now? See you down there in the comments. And how about it? Do you also long to feel like that professional 30-something in high-heeled pumps? One thing you can do to get started is getting your stuff out there with the help of my super lovely sponsor Squarespace. Whether it's your first time creating a site or you're looking to up your website game, this is the way to go. Whenever someone asks me about getting a blog or a site or an online store, I always recommend Squarespace. Plus, it's an all-in-one platform so you can get the domain and beautiful templates to mess around with all in one place. In fact, mine and David's own website, themustards.co, is a Squarespace site. They have the most clean-looking, crisp, award-winning templates and 24/7 customer service, so you don't need to do any type of coding or anything like that. I'm sure you will love the site just as much as I do, and that it will hopefully help you go after that dream adult life of yours. Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com and use the offer code JennyMustard to get 10% off your first purchase. That's it guys, see you next week already. Hey do, and ooh, happy birthday to me!